Hello guys and welcome here to today's video. Today I'm going to be going through my 2016 awards for a certain amount of topics and going through the nominees and also going through what you voted in the polls, which I did a couple of days ago on New Year's Day. So let's get into it by talking about the best player. Now there's 5 nominees which I suggested in the poll: De Gea, Martial, Mata, Ibrahimovic and Herrera. Now we'll talk about the results of the poll in a minute, but for me I think the best player of the year has got to go to David De Gea. He was superb throughout the year. He's won it so often, but you know, you just can't put down how good of a player he is. He's definitely the best goalkeeper in the world, especially in the league. You know, he was superb at getting us to where we were last season. We were saved so many times by David De Gea. Mata for me was close behind, and so was Anthony Martial. Those were my standout 3 from the list. Ibrahimovic, yeah, he's had a good end to the year, but you know, he was only here for half a year and he didn't get straight undergoing, did he? And Herrera, same for him as well, under Van Gaal in the first part of the season. So for me it's got to go to De Gea, but Martial and Mata very close behind. Very good candidates. Going by the vote, De Gea wins it with 40% of the vote. Winning it by quite a while way off. Martial finishing 2nd, Mata 3rd, Ibrahimovic 4th. Herrera unfortunately did not receive 1 vote. Moving on to Game of the Year 2016. For me, I think the Game of the Year was actually Manchester United's 3-2 win over Arsenal. Now the reason for this, because many people might think, well, why wasn't it the FA Cup final? The reason was because the FA Cup final, it wasn't actually a good game of football. You know, it was until the 80th minute. I don't think there was a goal in it. Punching them put Palace ahead, so we had a bit of heartbreak. We then got the equaliser, and then we then scored the goal in extra time. So it's only the reason why that was possibly the Game of the Year was because we won the FA Cup from it. I think the most entertaining game and the best result, sort of with entertainment factor, was the United 3-2 win over Arsenal. Rashford coming out, scoring 2 goals. Arsenal fighting back, ending Arsenal's title hopes with our kids in a thrilling 5-goal entertaining thriller. For me, that was the Game of the Year. So for me, it was the United 3 Arsenal 2 game in February. And you guys who voted, Palace versus Manchester United FA Cup final was the one which won with 44% of the vote, which doesn't surprise me. Then it was the United and Arsenal game, and then the Leicester 4-1 win against Leicester this season. And then right down there at the bottom, City 0, United 1. So thanks for voting for that one. Next up is Goal of the Year. Now this for me was quite an easy one to vote for. For me it was Jesse Lingard's goal versus Palace to win us the FA Cup. It was a sublime strike, you know, it just comes to him on the edge of the box, thumping volley right into the top corner to beat Palace and win the FA Cup. It was the goal which won us the FA Cup, but it was also a very, very good goal in extra time. Sentinel fans wild. It was just a thumping volley into the top corner to get the winning goal in the FA Cup. So for me, it was one of the most important goals, but it was also one of the best goals. Lingard's goal against Leicester, again, very good strike, coming in 2nd. I thought that was a very good strike as well. And Pogba versus Swansea, what a fantastic hit that was. So those were my top 3. And for you guys in the vote, Lingard versus Palace won it with 55% of the vote, so quite a mile, with the other 4 nominees all getting 11% of the vote. Lingard versus Leicester, Rashford versus West Ham, Pogba versus Swansea, and Martial versus Stoke, all tied 2nd. Now moving on to best moment of the year. For me, the best moment of the year was winning the FA Cup. You know, since Fergie left, we haven't won a trophy. We haven't won anything since 2013 when we won the Premier League. So we had gone a good 3 years without winning any sort of cup competition. So it was great to finally get our hands on some silverware by winning the FA Cup and going a level with Arsenal. So for me, winning the FA Cup, going on the FA Cup run, and the way we won it in the final, for me, winning the FA Cup was the best moment of 2016. I think the second best moment for me was Pogba, signing Pogba. You know, it was a massive, massive statement from Manchester United. Great day to see Paul Pogba come back to Manchester United. So that was my second favourite moment. And you guys voted that winning the FA Cup was the best moment, 44% of the vote, and 33% was appointing of Jose Mourinho, which I can understand why people went for that. And then it was Anfield win and signing Pogba, which was level. No one voted for the Etihad win. I'm surprised that people would just go with the Anfield win, to be honest with you. As much as that was a good moment, no, it was only one game. And the last poll was most improved player. For me, it was by landslide, it was Ander Herrera. He was so good in 2016 compared to 2015, but he's got even better as the years gone on. This season under Jose Mourinho, he looks like a complete different player to what he did under Van Gaal. He wasn't superb in the first half of 2016, but he's finished it unbelievably well. I've got to give a mention to Ro Jones. Absolutely, Rojo and Jones have been very good, both of them. They've been very good, and they've actually ended 2016 as our best centre-back partnership recently. So yeah, I definitely think they get a mention, but they've only just come on at the end of 2016. We're talking about over the 2016. Valencia as well, very good. And Rashford, I wouldn't say he was most improved. I just think he was, because he was like that all the time. It's just we discovered him in 2016 and he weren't there in 2015, so I wouldn't say he was most improved at all. But yeah, no, for me, Ander Herrera. And you guys in the vote went for Herrera, then Jones, Valencia, Rojo and Rashford. So no votes for Rojo or Rashford, but Valencia and Jones both got voted, but Herrera winning that vote. Now on the YouTube you can only do 5 polls per video, so that was the reason why the worst game of the season and most best youngster weren't on the polls. But I'm going to talk about who my awards go for them. So for me, I thought the worst game of the season was our 4-0 defeat to Chelsea. It's not really an award, it's something we had to say. The worst game of the 2016 was our 4-0 defeat to Chelsea. Mourinho back at Chelsea. United were, well, hoping to get the 3 points. To be battered, thumped 4-0 in the way we did it was a very frustrating day. But the best youngster for me, as much as I like Jesse Lingard, and I thought Jesse Lingard was superb in 2016, you can't hide the fact that the best youngster was Marcus Rashford by a mile. Fantastic season from him. I know, let's hope for more in 2017. But thank you for watching this video. Thank you to the people who voted in the poll. And that is the awards for 2016. We'll be back for the end of the season awards in about May or June. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.